From publicly humiliating US presidents to poking fun at world leaders.
Sounds like President Trump. President Obama.
Queen Elizabeth II wasn't just the longest reigning monarch, she was by far the funniest. Ever seen the Queen attack a cake?
I think I might just put a knife in it.
I think that's a really good idea.
See if it works. Oh yes, it goes in beautifully. Somebody else can
finish it off.
Do the rest of it.
And if that knife wasn't big enough, why not try a sword?
This is going to work. Bring 2 hands.
There is a knife there as well.
What?
There is a knife, it's worth.
I know there is. This is something that is more unusual.
But who knows, maybe she learned from previous cake disasters.
Yes, it's true.
Her Majesty's humor and lust for life was contagious, and some of her best and happiest moments were captured at the horse races. Just look at her here at the Royal Ascot in 2013 when one of her horses took first place. Even winning a measly 16 pounds was enough to get her excited.
Kind of. Thank you very much. What do I get?
Well, you get 16 pounds.
16 pounds?
16 pounds. Winning.
But actually, just about anything with animals made her act like a little girl again, even if it was just a tiny piglet scratching itself.
5 months old, yeah. Gotta have an itch there.
Queen Elizabeth wasn't just funny, she was a top-tier prankster. Here she is photobombing the Australian hockey team with that iconic cheeky grin. It was moments like this that just showed how down-to-earth and full of life and laughter the Queen really was. Definitely a moment these hockey players will never forget.
But we just nailed the timing for some reason.
That cheeky sense of humor was something she shared with her husband, Prince Philip. Here he is, photobombing a journalist on live TV with a grin that says he knew exactly what he was doing.
It was the Duke himself who decided that they should spend the actual day of their anniversary on Malta for this very private of public couples. Quite a romantic gesture.
And don't think the Queen and Prince Philip spared each other. Playing jokes was one of their favorite pastimes, like when she publicly teased him during their 50th anniversary celebration.
All too often, I fear Prince Philip has had to listen to me speaking. Frequently, we have discussed my intended speech beforehand, and as you will imagine, his views have been expressed in a forthright manner.
Queen Elizabeth also loved to be silly, and she knew how to be a good sport. For instance, did you know that she was an official 007 Bond girl? And most of people till day believe she jumped out of helicopter.
A celebration. I remember innocent joy when I told her that the leader of a friendly Middle Eastern country seemed actually to believe that she had jumped out of a helicopter in a pink dress and parachuted into the stadium.
The spoof mission was so top secret that no one in the royal family even knew she was going to do it.
It was actually a very well kept secret, probably more state secret than most of the intelligence documents that she receives. But it was one of those ones where nothing was told to any of us.
And let's not forget her equally funny spoof with Paddington Bear. Once again, the Queen showed just how much of a sport she could be.
Perhaps you would like a marmalade sandwich. I always keep one for emergencies.
So do I. I keep mine in here. For later.
The Queen and Prince Philip could make anyone laugh, and from photobombs to comedy sketches. But one thing they couldn't stand? Sitting still for official photos. And when Her Majesty got restless, her comments were absolute gems. During a photo shoot with world leaders at the 2021 G7 summit, the Queen was clearly not enjoying herself.
How's that?
Are you supposed to be looking as if you're enjoying it?
And while sitting down for another photo shoot, she had this to say.
Now, don't look too miserable, I know.
And then there was this funny clip from a local British news station.
In this charming footage from 1985, Her Majesty jokes around with 6 former Prime Ministers as they all try to fit in one photo during a visit to Margaret Thatcher's Downing Street.
But the best moment of all was when the Queen almost snapped at a royal photographer who wanted to make changes to her wardrobe. Even before the photo shoot started, the Queen was already visibly agitated.
I'm not changing anything. I've done enough dressing like this. Thank you very much.
So just imagine Elizabeth's response when the photographer actually dared to suggest that she make some alterations to the outfit. Well, the Queen was not having it.
Could we try it without the crown? It will look better, less dressy, because the garter robe is so extraordinary.
Dressy? What do you think this is?
What I mean is, if you take the crown off, just for a couple frames.
Yeah, no.
Now, what could be worse than crashing a photographer's photo shoot? Maybe crashing someone's wedding. And if you think wedding crashing was below the Queen, then think again. This unsuspecting couple was tying the knot when all of a sudden Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip showed up, unannounced. And best of all, these people had never met the Queen before. The Queen and Prince Philip just happened to be in the same area while out on a royal engagement.
Yesterday, Queen Elizabeth and her husband Prince Philip decided to pop in on a pair of newlyweds, giving them and their jaw-dropped guests the shock of a lifetime.
Unsuspecting wedding couples and hockey players weren't the only people she left speechless. More often than that, she even left politicians and foreign dignitaries caught tongue-tied. They say age brings wisdom, but in Queen Elizabeth's case, it came with razor-sharp wit. Nothing proved that more than when someone mentioned her age, like Canadian PM Justin Trudeau did in 2015. At a Commonwealth dinner, he noted he was her 12th PM, just months before turning 90, and her response to Trudeau's comment was nothing short of comedy gold.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister of Canada, for making me feel so old.
During a 2016 visit to Northern Ireland, the Queen met Deputy First Minister Martin McGuinness. When he politely asked how she was, her sharp reply caught everyone off guard.
Hello. Are you well?
Thank you very much. I'm still alive.
Nice to see you again.
Even when no one brought up her age, the Queen found clever ways to joke about it, like during a garden stroll with Sir David Attenborough. They touched on climate change, world politics, even President Trump, but Her Majesty still slipped in a few age-related zingers as only she could.
Yes. There will be all kinds of different trees going here in another 50 years, maybe.
Might easily be, yes. I won't be here, though.
Moments later, Sir David couldn't resist cracking a joke himself, spotting a sundial planted in the shade, and naturally the Queen fired back with humor to match.
I was going to say, a sundial neatly planted in the shade.
Isn't it good? Yes. Had we thought of that? That it was planted in the shade? It wasn't in the shade originally, I'm sure. But maybe we could move it.
But here's the real question. Did they ever move it? According to palace insiders, the Queen was so baffled by a sundial in the shade, she immediately told staff to fix it.
And the sundial, I'm led to believe that your impact on that sundial is it has now been moved into the sun, so you can now tell the time. The Buckingham Palace gardener. So,
oh, really?
Yes, you've had an impact.
And those weren't even the funniest moments from their garden stroll. In this next one, 2 US presidents became the butt of the joke, and the Queen didn't hold back. When a noisy helicopter hovered overhead, clearly annoying her, she took a direct stab at both Trump and Obama.
Sounds like President Trump. President Obama.
Speaking of presidents, let's talk about one of the Queen's funniest moments. Ever heard her called the talking hat? That nickname came from a 1991 White House visit when President Bush forgot to adjust the podium, and all Americans could see was her hat moving behind it. Long before memes, the Queen was already going viral, but her humor wasn't just for laughs. It helped her build real bonds with world leaders.
Mr. President, thank you for your warm welcome to Washington and to the White House.
Since no one could see her face, she became the first royal meme, dubbed the talking hat by headlines worldwide. But true to form, the Queen took it with grace and humor. The very next day, she opened her address to Congress with a self-deprecating joke.
I do hope you can see me today from where you are.
George Bush Jr. also had a royal mishap. He botched the date, and the Queen's reaction had everyone laughing.
You helped our nation celebrate its bicentennial in 1976. She gave me a look that only a mother could give a child. You helped our nation celebrate its bicentennial in 1976. She gave me a look that only a mother could give a child.
And of course, Queen Elizabeth wasn't done. She loved the last word. She got in one final jab at the state dinner.
Mr. President, I wondered whether I should start this toast saying, when I was here in 1776, but I don't think I will.
And just a quick note, if you like seeing incredible moments like these, I've started a new channel where I share more amazing clips. The link is in the description.
To the Queen.
Despite Obama's royal slip-up, he and the Queen shared plenty of laughs, like when Prince Harry pulled her into his playful feud with the Obamas during the 2016 Invictus game.
And if you've got the ability to be able to ask the Queen to up one on the Americans, then why not?
So you would like to watch it together?
Yes.
Let's have a look.
Hey, Prince Harry, remember when you told us to bring it at the Invictus Games?
Careful what you wish for.
Oh, really? Please.
Boom.
Of all the world leaders, Nelson Mandela may have been her favorite, not least because he gave charming compliments instead of reminding her of her age. Their bond was clear from their very first meeting in 1991, years before he became South Africa's first black president.
Well, Your Majesty, you're looking well, taking into account your tight schedule.
Tomorrow I'm going to see 16 people. I may not look so good tomorrow.
Royal sources say Mandela and the Queen were lifelong friends, on a first-name basis and often chatting by phone. Their bond was built on laughter, mutual respect, and Mandela's effortless charm, which with Queen Elizabeth always went a long way.
Well, Your Majesty.
Nice to see you.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Why do you look younger every time I see you?
Which Queen Elizabeth moment was your favorite? If we missed one, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear about it. And don't forget to subscribe for more royal moments just like these.